Welcome back to PUBG Pull-Ups. I'm your host, Matrym, and the PGI.S action is really heating up. We're going to take a look at Shoot to Kill's fun and exciting victory from the Week 2 Weekly Final.
I would assume to see STK try and wrap West here. Get up, get us 3, push it forward. You have the nades, you have the utility. Throw a flash, push around the smoke on the west side, and I think that's what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, Uncivil gets 1. He's going to get 2. What a spray from Uncivil. EJ left for Afreeca to try to get the 1v3. There's 1. Grenade finishes it, but no, Uncivil finishes all 3, and it's going to be STK. Happy birthday, Gunner.
In order to understand exactly how they got to the win, we need to talk about all that transpired beforehand to set it all up. Let's start at Circle 6, where there are 6 teams remaining. In the East, Shoot to Kill and Afreeca Freecs pincer down Multi-Circle Gaming and eliminate them. To the northwest, Ensign Infantry engage in a skirmish. Afreeca Freecs Akari brings a little bit of support to third party, both Infantry and Ints, as Afreeca Freecs Akkad and EJ stay back to contain Shoot to Kill. 4am Lu hunkers down inside the compound as all the action happens around him. This takes us into Circle 7, 3 teams up. Afreeca Freecs back over towards the north with 4 members up. This is going to be pertinent in these later fights as they move forward. Shoot to Kill still back down to the south with just 3 up. 4am, 1 member still hiding inside the houses. It's important to note the terrain inside of this circle because it's going to be a big factor for everything to come. There's a little bit of a lip rising up into the houses from the south moving north that leads into a position that Shoot to Kills try to move to. But on the other side of the houses, there's a very steep incline that leads towards the center sections of the circle and where Afreeca Freecs is playing much further towards the north. Shoot to Kill shovels over towards the house using vehicles and walking up. 4am's Lu, the last one up for his team, hears the car approach and lines up in some classic PUBG camping strategy. Shoot to Kill's Uncivil breaches the door, checks to the right, but it's going to be Lu that gets an instant knock. Lu then switches almost instantly back over towards Alo, getting a ton of damage back over towards him, and Alo has to step away from the position. Lu crosses back over through the doorway, gets the shots, and gets the knock onto Alo as well. Catastrophe looks like it's about to strike for Shoot to Kill, but then Shoot to Kill's Luke 12 manages to find a sneaky angle, gets the shots back over towards the last angry man, and takes him down, knocking us just to 2 teams remaining. Afreeca Freecs is aware that Shoot to Kill is weakened with 2 members down and starts to charge towards the houses, but knows the fact that there is no cover and there is the sharp decline inside of position. Everything starts to slow down for just a second and Shoot to Kill manages to get reses from both of their members. Afreeca Freecs looks to different points around the hillsides and starts setting up defensive lines for the moment that Shoot to Kill has to move. The issue with this positioning also does mean that Shoot to Kill is on their own little island. Sure, they have safety and comfort inside the house, but they have very limited options on information and they know that they're in a potentially hazardous position. The only way that they can get any information at all is venturing up into the second story. That's going to put them in sight lines for Afreeca Freecs. Akkad's positioning is key for Afreeca Freecs. He has to contain the steep hill and any movement Shoot to Kill tries to take and feed that information back over towards his teammates so they can counter move around it. Circle 8 pops and it's a hard shift to the west. Shoot to Kill's houses are still inside the circle, but Akkad's position back over to the east is no longer inside the safe zone. He knows that he has to move. Hard peeks from his tree back over towards the second story in hopes of getting a knock. He takes a couple of shots and instead starts to throw out a smoke wall. Civ runs back through an open area and just starts to lob grenades back towards Akkad's positioning. In true Shoot to Kill fashion, the nades land right on top of his tree and Akkad goes down. Afreeca Freecs has no good option on a res for Akkad, but the smoke wall is up, and Akkad tries his hardest to try to crawl over towards his teammates, but the smoke wall just does not last long enough, and Shoot to Kill managed to turn this into a 3v3. Afreeca Freecs is still playing more north of the circle, and with this hard shift, they're right along the edge of it. Shoot to Kill knows that they have a little bit more free movement with Akkad now gone, and can start venturing over towards that steep incline. Alo quickly moves to it to see if he can gather a little bit more information. Civ is using a little bit of a window for defense back over and looking towards the west to see if he can take any suppressing shots back over towards Hansi. The center of Circle 9 is just up the hillside from Shoot to Kill. Afreeca Freecs has very little cover to work with, just a hill or some rock cover here, but the rest of the zone is just a slow decline back down towards Shoot to Kill's house. As the circle continues to shrink down, Afreeca Freecs shifts together and goes with a pack mentality towards the eastern part of the circle. Shoot to Kill continues to play close right next to that steep hill, trying to use it for center and any form of cover that they can find. Afreeca Freecs 3-man stacks, moves to center and hopes that they can just fight their way through this one. Civ peeks from behind a bush, right at the top of the hill, manages to line up and instantly gets the drop on Hansi and Akari. Now it is just EJ up for Afreeca Freecs. Luke 12 charges the tree Afreeca Freecs was hoping to use for cover, and EJ spots him out, gets the shots, and manages to drop him. But that is the moment Alo spots him out and gets the shot for the kill and the victory. From 2 members down and crawling into a house to a 9-kill round win, Shoot to Kill played the terrain and the circles magnificently and had to deal with every disadvantage that was thrown their way. For more amazing displays of skill in casting, make sure you check back with us next week, and don't forget to tell us about your favorite plays from Week 3 in the comments down below.